I love this picture. I mean, Keira and Georgia in the background. I think when I say cry, there's maybe like a little haze over the eyes. We loved every minute Brighton, back to work ahead of Friday. I think even writing that caption, I had no words for that game. I think I love you more than you love me, and it was the same back then, but I'm okay, I've accepted that now. Hi, I'm Leah Williamson, and this is my Insta story. First up is me and my bestie, and I'm pretty sure we still pull that same face at each other now. 2012. Making me feel old, but we was bubbers. I don't know where we were, but camps used to feel very long, and that was the final day playing against each other, so the bond is still strong. I think I still, like I did in this picture, love her more than she loves me, but I'm okay with that. I've accepted that situation. I think I love you more than you love me, and it was the same back then, but I'm okay, I've accepted that now. She's funny, I'm not. I don't know why she keeps me around. Wow, 2013, you really dug into the archives. This was on summer camp at Pinewood. We used to go every year with gymnastics. I mean, everyone else is in a leotard and I'm in my football kit, so I think that tells you a story in itself, but I'm pretty sure this big bar of Galaxy was for being the hardest trainer of the week. I definitely weren't the best, but I did give it everything I had. 2017, this is actually a really good camp. Under 23s, played in Sweden, little tournament, yeah, the Nordic tournament. We actually had a very, very good team. You can see it in there now. All the players that are there and how many of them are here. Day one Beth, day one Keira, Aoife, good people, good games. We played very, very well. And Hempo's like that, that's nice. This is also the same. Mum drove, she was living in Berlin at the time, so I didn't see her that much. And she drove all the way to Sweden and back in 12 hours just to watch the game, and she stayed after. So anyone that knows my mum, or that won't surprise anyone, but yeah, I'm happy that she was there to watch and made me proud. I think that was like one of the first sort of trophies I ever won with England, so it's nice. This is, yeah, went lambing. Very cute guy actually. Scared that he was going to mess up my tracksuit, but something to do with the family. I'm very close to my family, always doing little traditions, and now we've got little ones, so that's fun. I'm not the one that should be holding the lambs anymore. Waited behind about 4 to 10-year-olds and then cried when it was my turn. I think when I say cry, there's maybe like a little haze over the eyes. Yeah, but I did queue up with the children just to hold the lamb. 8th of June 2018. We were in Russia. It's my senior debut. Poetic almost that I came on for Keira. I was hoping I was going to get on, but I didn't know. And yeah, we were, I think, 3-0 up, so it's no stress, just come on, enjoy the moment. I think I only had about one header. A very, very good day, and typically the one game that none of my family were at because it was almost impossible to get to. But yeah, very, very proud. 2019, yeah, so made the World Cup squad, which was a big deal for me. My first senior tournament. Worked very hard. I sacrificed a lot. Missed my cousin's wedding. Loads of different things to be at the prep camps to give myself the best shot. And then, yeah, this is, I think, at the end of the Denmark game, the picture, but this must have been the day we left to go. So very, very excited at this point. This was at the World Cup. We had a day off. We were in Deauville, so we went down to the beach. I think we had played a game with Nerf guns, to be honest. A bit of Twister, I remember. And this was my team. Very successful team, actually. I think we won, but just messing about. Girl band vibes. Obviously, me and my bestie, that was the day of my debut as well against Russia. But it was a very good year, and 2019 was even better. Went on to win the league and go to the World Cup with England, so I can confirm 2019 was also good. Absolutely buzzing to get a call up to camp. Can't wait to put the work in with the girls. It's not much personality to that caption, actually. It's a very, very media trained caption. With me the three of us, Georgia, Keira, almost inseparable, so I'm sure we were doing all sorts of shenanigans this camp, but that was before the Germany game at Wembley, I think, and I think it's like one of my first starts, so very, very special picture as well. Georgia and Keira knew each other, and me and Keira have always known each other, and then when you're on camp, you just have to find people that understand you and know what you need and know what you like to do and give you space when you need it, etc. So we just all sort of have that down to a T. The three best friends. What's that, 2 years ago now, had been announced as the captain for the Euros. felt like it was the right decision to say yes to it and try my best to give back to my country in a different way. And yeah, it was a good couple of months after that, wasn't it? Won't forget my first time in Cali. Yeah, we went before the Euros. We wanted to go and just do something a bit different than the standard sort of summer holiday, so we went to California. This is my best friend like since I was 5, and then Roebuck, Keira and Lucy. And at this point we're driving from San Francisco to LA on the Big Sur, which is something none of us ever done before. I remember Keira saying, see the road like bends in and out. And I remember her saying, she said something like, I have an irrational fear that this is never going to end. But then we got to this spot of beauty. So yeah, we had a really nice time. Like we were reset to go for a big summer ahead. We loved every minute. Brighton, back to work ahead of Friday. I think even writing that caption, I had no words for that game. 6-0 up at half time, 8-0 against Norway. Brighton was incredible. I remember arriving to the game, especially after Old Trafford at the Euros. It was obviously like an amazing moment, and there was so much hype. Then the second game took for it to we didn't know if it would dip or drop off, and it just got bigger and bigger and bigger. And I remember pulling into the stadium, and then the atmosphere inside the stadium, it was warm, everyone was happy. We were putting goals in for fun. Yeah, genuinely loved every single minute. Big post. European champions 2022, what dreams are made of, we did it. Just crazy, isn't it, really? I still almost don't believe that that's real, and I think having played such little football between then and now, I have no words. It was incredible, proudest day of my life by a country mile. So basically I knew I wanted to write some children's books. We spoke a lot about after the Euros, the legacy, and obviously we've done so much work with school kids and that kind of age. I just thought, what's the point in us opening all these doors if girls don't have the confidence to walk through them? And like I say, I always wanted to write a fiction book. I write with my cousin. It's an incredible thing that has come to our family, but also hopefully is helping inspire the next generation. But this book came first, and just a bit of an honest sort of guide to life. I think we see so many self-help books for adults, but for kids it's not so much. And just to give a different perspective. And I don't know, being a professional women's footballer wasn't a thing when I was a kid, so I couldn't have read it like this. Proud of that, and subsequently the other books as well, the fiction books. It's a cool thing to be able to do, especially keeping it in the family and doing it together. Final game tomorrow, Sharp, Blau, Bristol. I don't even know when this. Arnold Clark Cup last year. Always make my return at the Arnold Clark Cup. But yeah, me and G having a laugh. I think this is a series of pictures where we're trying to be serious and then maybe faking a laugh for a good picture. Good times, very, very good times. And then there we are, 2 days later, just about to lift the trophy. So very cool to lift any sort of silverware in an England shirt, but just the vibes around the camp, and those camps are really good for like learning about each other and just having good times as a team, whilst it's obviously very competitive and we go to win everything. But yeah, spend quality time together, and they're always a good time. Lionesses are champions. I love this picture. I mean, Keira and Georgia in the background. And Keira and Georgia. But yeah, a great day at Wembley. Penalty shootout to win a trophy in an England shirt. It's pretty cool. And yeah, it just felt like we were on just this massive rise, basically, and women's football just kept growing and growing and growing. I'm very, very proud to have been a part of it. The first ever finalissima. Wimbledon. I think out of all the things that happened, to have been, obviously me and Beth were devastated to have not been at the World Cup with our injuries, but to be able to experience days like that and just recognition, and whilst the girls are away and doing something amazing, almost representing the Lionesses back here on home soil, and to be in a box with Billie Jean King and all these sporting stars, and for them to recognise us in the way that we did, I just felt crazy that women's football would reach that level. And my dad, you can see him next to me, is shedding a tear because, like I say, our family are always there, but they're never with us normally, and actually get to experience it as well. So I remember they announced us, we stood up, and the reception was incredible. If Billie Jean King is applauding you, then I think that gives you a fair sense of achievement. 7 of the maddest months, but can always find time for a smile. Obviously the journey of my ACL, sort of tried to document it monthly. I felt nothing, no pressure, nothing in your rehab. Like ultimately, if I didn't feel comfortable, I could just ask to stop, or anything, so I didn't want to be in the same place when I came back to football. I wanted to feel like I'd done something to prepare myself for those moments, so I decided to take on a challenge of learning to play the piano for 4 weeks, and I did. It went fairly well, but this smile was a nervous smile, and this was before. If you'd have seen me afterwards, I think I'd aged about 10 years. I'm just grateful for everything and how it's happened. I'm devastated. When I look at those football memories, I just wish I had more, in the last couple of years especially, but I think when I look at my journey, I just know that I've always worked hard. I've always tried to put myself in a position where I was then allowed to do the things that I wanted to do, and I don't ever want to look back and think that I wasted any time on the pitch or off it. So it makes me proud of where we've come to, and if I sit and think now about where the game is now and then you reflect, it's pretty incredible. That was my Insta story.
I ended up ringing her back on WhatsApp where I could do it off Wi-Fi, and she obviously told me I'd be coming on camp, and I was speechless. You know, I rang my mum straight after. She had a little cry, bless her, and then called my dad, who he's like one of my biggest influences in football. He's an amazing coach as well, so he was over the moon for me. So it was nice to tell him.